Promotions presents Boxfest, the world's best boxing festival. Dash Man.
Man that is making things happen here, Prince Stanley Williams. He's the CEO of Monarch Promotions. A round of applause for him. Dr. Effiong Uyo. He is the President General here. And of course, they represent.
It would also be streamed and shown live on TV. I want to first start by thanking the NBBFC, Dr. Ladipo, Abodiri. I want to thank all our partners. I want to thank the boxers for making out this time and sacrifice to come to Nigeria, because it's a long journey. Many of them are coming from very, very far places. They have other fighting options, but they decided to listen to me to come down to Nigeria and give boxing a different treatment out here. So we thank them for coming, and also the officials of the WBU. We thank them for partnering with us to make this event happen and bring these titles fight to Nigeria. And also the officials here, we thank them for coming to join us. It's not easy, it's a long flight. We also thank the media for their support and everyone that's waited for hours. It's taken a long time for you guys to wait for us. We apologize for the delay. Thank you. We did things with Nigerian time, like we say. So thank you. And we're about to kick off for today, the press. So tomorrow will be the fight. We've conducted our medicals, and we're doing our weighing. And today is also our press conference. We've just decided to do all that together at the same time, so that all of you can be here, because some people have other things that they're doing. But please, tomorrow is the day that no matter what anyone is doing, I know it's a Saturday, most people don't work on Saturdays, so I expect that all of us put hands together to come out to support boxing, to push boxing forward, bring it to where it's supposed to be at. And also we have the legends coming. Some of them are not here yet, some of them are on air as we're speaking. People like Riddick Bowe, Ray Mercer. We also have the legends here, Bash Ali, Joe Masisi, who will also be gracing the occasion tomorrow. So thank you for turning out this afternoon, and let's begin. I would also want to give the mic to President Oladipo from the NBBFC, so that he can say something.
To bring this bout to Nigeria, because all other countries of the world would have loved to have this bout or championship done in their country. But what happens? This gentleman insisted that the bout should be brought down here. So on behalf of all Nigerians, I want to thank you. I want to thank the WBU for agreeing that the fight be done here in Nigeria. Because, like I said, everybody wants to have this bout done. But here in Nigeria, we're having it. So we are grateful that you have brought it here. I want to welcome all the boxers that have arrived from Mexico, from the United States, from UK and the rest. I want to equally thank my friends from Ghana for coming for this fight. Tomorrow is going to be a big day. For long, we have not seen something like this. All we have seen at the maximum was having a Commonwealth title, an ABU title, or possibly our national title fights. But tomorrow we're having a World Boxing Union title fight, and that's a big one happening to us. This is an opportunity for the Nigerian boxers to see that boxing has come alive once again. And I want to also say, because after meeting with Stanley and his group, I was made to understand that we say the labor of our heroes past shall not be in vain. Because on this bill and on this program, the likes of Joe Lasisi, is he here? The likes of Joe Smoky Lasisi and Bash Ali and a few others are going to be given awards. This is just to show appreciation for what these guys have done to Nigeria. I just came back from Cardiff. I was live there by the ringside when Anthony Joshua of Nigeria fought Joseph Parker, and he won that fight convincingly. So this is an opportunity for you boxers, the Nigerian boxers, to know that it is time for you now to start making money, like your counterparts in the United States, in Mexico, in Puerto Rico, in Canada, even in Ghana and South Africa. So my appeal to you and my advice is that you go and start doing what you know how best to do, and then the reward will come soon. Finally, I want to say that if this gentleman and his group could bring this fight to Nigeria, he must have spent a lot of money. He must have spent a lot of time. And I'm using this opportunity to appeal to Nigerians out there to come en masse for the championship fight taking place here tomorrow, so that this gentleman will have the urge to want to come back, because if it is done successfully, he will do more of it. So I thank you, Mr. Stanley Williams. I thank you, Eugen. I thank you, my friends. Chopchop. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye. All of you, you. I met you at the airport. Unfortunately, I was going to challenge you. But don't worry, I'll give it another time. Thank you, and God bless Nigeria.
I mean, we know a lot of good Nigerian boxers outside of Nigeria. Now we're going to get to see good Nigerian boxers in Nigeria, as well as foreign boxers here as well, obviously. It is an immense honour to be the people that are bringing the titles, holding the title fights here. It's something special, and we can't thank you enough, the Nigeria Boxing Board of Child and Prince Williams. Thank you. Is that enough?
A privilege to be here in West Africa. Words can't explain how excited I am to be here in Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria. Boxing has really changed my life. I got into boxing at the age of 10 years old just to win trophies. No, I didn't want to be a world champion. I just wanted to win trophies. But I realized how good I was as an amateur. I decided to go professional. And boxing has treated my life amazing. I have traveled all over the world. And when I say free of charge, fighters, athletes, if you want to travel, become good at what you are. Become a great athlete, and you'll be traveling free of charge all over the world, no expenses. All you have to do is perform, and your handlers will take care of the rest. I thank Nigeria for allowing me to come here. I look forward to putting on a great show tomorrow night. Everyone knows they call me Chopchop. Why? Because I love to eat. So tomorrow night, I will be chopping him up.
Ismail. And of course, Cynthia for the press. The night will be a 10 rounds, West Africa. Some promising bouts under the card, Monarch Promotions tomorrow. Thank you very much. Eugene, and another experienced boxer in Nigeria, King Davidson. One pointing, going to the head of the other.
Man ain't playing, you know. Ain't no ping-pong game.
We've got opponent that is airborne right now, Patrice Lopez. It's going to be a great fight tomorrow, I'm sure of that. And I can.
It's very simple. It's to help boxing get to its pinnacle, taking it to its zenith. We're trying to make sure that the sport of boxing comes back to Nigeria, where it's also, I believe, is one of the meccas of boxing. And it's been overlooked. There's no sponsorship, there's no support, but companies like ours that is thriving overseas we have a very good relationship with a lot of fighters, a lot of promotional outfits who can work with us. We don't have any problems with any promoters. So we can bring them and bring events like this back home that can encourage our fighters here to get on the board. And as well, when super fights come up, you can find our own homegrown fighters. They participate. When they participate, they are seen on the world standard. They're seen on TVs, great networks. So which gives them that marketability, gives them that leverage. It's a platform that we're setting up.
Can you give us the rundown of the bout we are experiencing?
Yes, it's a world. There are 2 world title fights. There's also an African belt and also a West African belt on the line. So we're also making sure that the fighters are here to do that. We have the WBU, that's the World Boxing Union, that's sanctioning those particular world belts. You have the middleweight. We've got Coley from the United States, who is fighting Paul Valenzuela, who is also here. He's from Mexico, and we have the former world champion, former 6 times world champion, who is fought Floyd Mayweather, Chopchop coley, DeMarcus Chopchop coley. He's here. He would also be fighting Patrick Lopez, who's from Venezuela. And so some people ask me, they say, Prince, you're crazy for bringing these guys from different parts of the world. But that is what boxing does. It brings tourism. That's one thing that people don't realize. We have 4 years for every soccer World Cup. Boxing has a World Cup every year. So this is something that can also bring a lot of tourism into our country.
First and foremost, I want to give thanks to God Almighty that this is happening during my time as the president of the Nigerian Boxing Board of Control. I want to show appreciation to Monarch Promotions because something like this hadn't happened in the last 10-15 years. What we have had so far is having title fights like the Commonwealth title, like African Boxing Union title. But it's a World Boxing Union title fight. And if this gentleman, Stanley Williams, who is a Nigerian but lives in Britain and also has a house and his partners in Las Vegas, could decide to bring the fight here, we must appreciate him. So for me, it's going to be an inspiration for other Nigerian boxers who are doing this trade of boxing. Boxing is a big profession. You make money. But if you don't have a promoter that can put so much money like this man is putting, you cannot have this kind of title fight in Nigeria. Yes, actually, as the president of the Nigerian Boxing Board of Control, which is a professional, we're trying as much as possible to encourage the Nigerian amateur boxers to turn pro early enough. Because when you fight in the amateur for too long a time, at a point in time when you are aging, how much of professional boxing will you be able to do? So we are looking at those of them who are good, and we're going to encourage them to turn pro so that they can start making money like their counterparts in other countries of the world.
I'm a Nigerian, but I live in Australia, so I came down for this fight. And for tomorrow, I'm going to be bringing a lot of firework to the ring.
So what do you have for your opponents?
Well, I'm bringing out a lot of firework, and everybody's going to see the best of boxing. I've been in this game for long, and I was former the Commonwealth and African champion, representing Nigeria. So I started from the grassroots. So boxing is what I was born to do. So yeah.
Should we look out for a knockout?
Well, my dad always said to me, a fitter boxer is a better boxer. I shouldn't go for the knockout, but when it comes, I take it. I know I'm a dangerous finisher. Okay. King Davidson, but you can call me the hand of God.
Aaron Heavy Metal Coley.
All right. You're fighting which category?
Paul Valenzuela Jr. for the WBU title.
All right. You are the defending champion?
No, it's vacant title. Open title.
Okay.
So it's a vacant title.
Yeah.
Okay. So have you met your opponent before? Have you had a fight with him before?
No.
It's your first time fighting him?
Yes.
So what are you bringing to the squared ropes this time around?
Style, class, like I saw, slickness.
How many years have you been professional fighting, like boxing?
5 years.
So tell us your experience in all the competitions you've ever been in?
I mean, it's been ups and downs, as any boxers to deal with, but it's been a great journey.
So you are from where?
I'm from Oakland, California.
All right. So your words for your fans tomorrow?
Excuse me?
Your words for your fans tomorrow?
Oh, man, look out for me, man. I'm coming strong.
I'm Lightning Chris Lopez.
Okay, now tell us about who you've brought to the squared ropes today to fight Valenzuela Paul.
So we have Aaron Heavy Metal Coley from Oakland, California, 15-1-1, 7 knockouts. We're fighting for the vacant WBU title, and we plan to put on a spectacular show. He's trained hard for the fight, been in camp with the best in the world. Andre Ward, Andrew Fanfara, Miguel Cotto, you name it, he's been in there with the best.
Okay, now looking at the one we've brought to the squared ropes, his weaknesses, his strengths. Can you just tell us?
This guy that we're fighting.
Yes.
Well, I think he's definitely a tough Mexican fighter, so he's going to bring toughness, but we have the advantage in speed, skill, and the main thing, mentally, we're the best, and that's what matters in boxing.
Okay, why Nigeria? Why come here to have those fights?
This is the motherland, and he wanted to come here. This is where his people are from, and we're happy to come here and represent Africa. Yeah.
Wonderful.
All right.
Thank you very much. Thank you. You'll be facing King Davidson. Tomorrow at the
Tomorrow.
What do you have to say to him?
Oh, I'm preparing myself to correct.
You're preparing yourself.
Correct.
Now you weighed in at 73.2 today. What are those things you had to do to achieve that weight?
Don't worry, that weight is good. Maybe 73.5 weight. Yeah. So tomorrow we fight.
What do you have to say to him? What message do you have to say to him? Have you faced him before?
No.
This is your first time facing him?
Yeah.
What's he going to see tomorrow?
Oh, that guy is a small guy. He beat him.
Okay, are you going to knock him out?
No.
At what round do you want us to?
Oh, yeah. Anything can happen at any time.
Okay. This is your first time fighting?
Yeah.
Your first time fighting?
Yeah, fighting for Nigeria.
For Nigeria, professionally?
Yeah.
How many fights have you had? How many knockouts have you had?
Oh, we're fighting 38, 17 knockout, 9 defeat. Yeah.
I'm Sule Olagbade.
Sule Olagbade.
Yeah.
So you are fighting in which category?
I'm fighting super welterweight.
Alright, so who's your opponent?
Stephen Oken is my opponent from Ghana. I'm the present champion in Nigeria since 2013. So I defended my title last in March 4 at Police Kwalikaja, of which I won by knockout round 2. So I'm opportunity to be in this fight again, to contest for WHBA. That's why we went to come to So and I believe in God and I'm taking the glory. Yeah.
What do we expect to see tomorrow from you? What do you expect to see tomorrow? Come on, tell us. You're a boxer. Let the spirit be there. You're talking like a relaxed man.
I got to relax. I've done the way. It's not easy to make a way. So I'm okay now. What you see tomorrow is knockout from me. I'm a knockout special. That's what they call me Tyson. So don't worry.
They call you what?
They call me Tyson. Tyson Kid. Have you ever heard the name before? Yeah. Tyson
Send
Kid.
your message. Send your message to your opponent seated over there. Send your message to your opponent for tomorrow.
The message is already sending to him. Okay. You understand? Because me looking at me, the opponent will surely know that he's in trouble. He's in trouble. Actually, he's in trouble. So the fight is knockout. No doubt about that.
All right. Thank you very much.
My name is Stephen Okan.
Stephen what?
Stephen Okan. Okan.
Yes, you're going to be facing Sule tomorrow.
Yeah.
Have you? This is your first time fighting?
No.
Now, are you in any way intimidated with the fact that he's the champion, reigning champion, and you want to fight a reigning champion? Are you intimidated in any way?
No.
You're not. So, what message do you have for him for tomorrow?
Okay, the message I'll have for him is that tomorrow night I'll beat him. I want to beat him. Then I'll take the bet to go Ghana. Yeah.
Okay, you're from Ghana.
Yeah, I'm from Ghana.
Okay, so now beating him, as you just said, you knocking him out or at the last round?
Oh, God will provide it. Maybe, yeah. But I want to fight the fight there's somebody see me that I'll fight, that fight finish there, but I'll beat him.
Have you, you said this is not your first time fighting.
Yeah.
What opponents have you had? Have you knocked them out? How many knockouts have you had? How many defeats? How many fights?
I had knockout, 19 knockout. I fight with my opponent, King James. I'll fight King James. I'll fight Misa Nunu and Tin there, yeah.
And you knocked them out?
Yeah.
So that's what we're expecting to see tomorrow.
Okay.
Now you're in Nigeria. What do you think about our boxing in Nigeria, the sport boxing in Nigeria?
I bet Nigerian boxing is fine. Yeah.
That's all.
That's all.
Thank you.
Demarcus Chopchop Corley.
Yes. Your record, you are the title holder, the WBO title holder. You fought people like Wellmader and others. Now, we want to know from you the fight you're going to be having on Saturday. How are you looking forward to the fight?
I prepare for every fight the same. I just prep and get ready. I don't overlook no opponent. Every opponent is a dangerous opponent, so I'm well prepared for, I think it's Patrick Lopez. I'm well prepared for him.
You're well prepared for him. What are we looking out for tomorrow in the fight?
At my age now, I just want to stick and move, be smart. It's a strategy, it's a game plan that we got to stick to, hit and not get hit.
So tell us the competition so far, all the fights you've had, how many knockouts, how many defeats and how many losses?
I have 50 wins. I have 28 knockouts and 29 losses. This is my 81st fight coming up.
So tell us your history.
I love boxing. I got into it just to win trophies. It wasn't because I liked to fight. It was an opportunity to achieve something as I was a kid, and I got good at it. So I took it very serious as I got older. Since 1996, I tried out for the Olympics twice, in '92 and in '96. I fought Eugen Buchmueller, and he fought Golden Boy in Barcelona. That let me know how close I really was. And then I lost to Fernando Vargas in the trials of the Olympics in '96, and I turned pro after that.
Okay, now looking at Nigerian boxing, this whole thing is just to develop Nigerian boxing. Well, so far, what will you say about Nigerian boxing? And how do you think we can turn our amateur boxers to professional boxers?
First, I would say, I think we would need to bring an American trainer over here, something that I will be interested in doing, because I'm going to retire this year, and helping the fighters box. It's not all about just banging, hitting each other. You have to learn how to move your head, hit and not get hit.
So that's what you're bringing to Nigeria this
Yes.
time around. Now, looking at, let me get your message to your opponent tomorrow. I want to hear your message from you to your opponent tomorrow.
Which message you want to hear?
Anything. What do you want him to hear from you?
This is
your fans expect from
what they normally expect from me. I'm very, very flamboyant. I come in the ring with a nice outfit. I'm wearing green and white, representing Nigeria. I have my shoes custom made. The gloves are custom made with Nigerian colors. And I'm going to put on a great show. It's going to be a great night.
Thank you so much.
Let's get ready to rumble! Monarch Events and Promotions presents Boxfest, the world's first boxing